Right now, many businesses feel confused about marketing because even after doing everything they are supposed to do, the results don't feel consistent. They are running ads, creating content, working on SEO, and trying different strategies, but something still feels off. Earlier, things were much simpler. More traffic meant more results, more ads meant more leads, and if something was not working, increasing effort usually fixed it. But today, that logic is slowly breaking, and even after putting in effort, results don't match expectations. For example, a business may get visitors on their website, but those visitors don't convert into leads, or they may run ads, but the response feels weaker than before. Now think about your own situation for a moment. Are you putting in effort but still not seeing stable results? That is exactly what many businesses are experiencing right now. And because of that, people start jumping from one strategy to another, trying new tools and platforms again and again. But the real issue is not effort. The real issue is that marketing itself has changed, and old methods are no longer enough. To understand what actually works now, you first need to understand why old marketing methods are not working the same way anymore. Earlier, marketing was mainly about visibility. If people could see you, they would click, and if they clicked, they would often take action. That is why ads, SEO, and traffic became the main focus for most businesses. But today, visibility is everywhere, and people are constantly seeing ads, content, and offers from different businesses throughout the day. Because of that, attention has changed. It has become shorter, and it has become weaker. For example, think about your own behavior. You scroll through social media, you see multiple ads, but you don't stop for most of them, not because they are bad, but because you have seen too many similar things. Now think about this. How many times do you ignore something even after seeing it clearly? That is exactly what your audience is doing. So the problem is not visibility anymore. The problem is standing out in a crowded space and building real trust. Today, marketing is not just about getting clicks. It is about helping people understand before they make a decision. People don't want to take quick actions anymore. They want to feel confident before choosing any service or product. They want to know what they are choosing and why they are choosing it. For example, if someone is looking for a service, they don't decide instantly. They may watch a few videos, compare options, and take time to understand which option is right for them. Now think about your own behavior. When you are about to spend money, do you decide quickly or do you take time to feel sure before making a decision? Most people take time. And this is where many businesses lose potential customers because they try to push for quick action while the audience is still in the understanding phase. That is the new reality. Decisions are slower, but they are more thoughtful. And if your marketing does not support that process, people will leave without taking action, even if they were interested in the beginning. So now the question is simple. What actually works in marketing today? The answer is not complicated, but it requires a shift in thinking. Instead of trying to push people to take action, you need to guide them toward a decision. That means your marketing should not feel like selling. It should feel like helping. When people understand their problem clearly, and when they feel confident about your solution, they naturally move forward. For example, instead of just running ads and asking people to contact you, you explain how your service works, what problem it solves, and what results they can expect. That builds clarity, and that builds confidence. Now think about your own behavior. When someone helps you understand something clearly, you trust them more, and when you trust them, you are more likely to choose them. And businesses that follow this approach start seeing better quality leads, not just more traffic. This is the real shift in marketing today. From pushing people to act to guiding them to decide. Now let's make this simple and practical. Instead of using complex strategies, you can follow one simple system that works in today's marketing environment. This system has three main parts: clarity, trust, and guidance. Clarity means people understand what you do within a few seconds. Trust means they feel confident about your business. And guidance means they clearly know what to do next. For example, if someone visits your page and understands your service clearly, they stay. If they trust you, they start considering your offer, and if you guide them properly, they take action. Now think about your own experience. When something is clear and easy to follow, you move forward, but when things feel confusing, you leave without doing anything. And over time, businesses that focus on these three things don't just get more leads, they get better and more consistent results. So instead of doing many different things, focus on clarity, trust, and guidance. Even after understanding this system, many businesses still don't apply it properly. Not because it is difficult, but because they underestimate its importance. They focus on tools, ads, and strategies, but ignore clarity, trust, and guidance. For example, a business may invest heavily in ads but still not explain their service clearly, which leads to poor results. Another business may create content but not guide the audience toward any action. Now think about your own situation. Are you focusing more on doing things or on improving how those things actually work? This is where the difference comes in. Because businesses that understand this system and apply it properly start seeing consistent results, while others keep struggling without knowing why. Now here is where most businesses make a mistake. They keep trying different strategies again and again, hoping something will finally work, but they don't fix the core issue. The problem is not the platform, not the tool, and not even the strategy itself. The real problem is how the system is designed. For example, a business may run ads, create content, and bring traffic, but if that traffic does not understand the offer or trust the business, it will not convert into leads. Another business may keep posting content regularly, but if that content is not building clarity or confidence, it will not bring results either. Now think about your own situation. If people are already coming to your page but not taking action, then the issue is not traffic, it is what happens after that. Many businesses keep doing more instead of fixing what is already broken. And because of that, they keep getting the same results again and again. So instead of constantly changing strategies, the smarter approach is to fix the foundation first, because once the system works, everything else starts improving automatically. Many businesses still believe that bringing more traffic will solve their problems. But in today's marketing environment, traffic alone is not enough. You can bring people to your website, but if they are not ready or not interested, they will not take action. For example, someone may click on your ad just to explore, not because they are ready to buy or contact you. They may be comparing options, checking prices, or simply trying to understand the market before making any decision. Now think about your own behavior. When you search for something, do you always take action immediately, or do you explore first and take your time? Most people explore. That is exactly what your audience is doing. And this is where many businesses make a mistake because they expect instant results from people who are still in the early stage. So, if your system expects every visitor to become a lead instantly, it will always feel like something is missing. Because traffic brings people, but it does not guarantee intent or readiness. In today's marketing, trust has become one of the most important factors. People do not take action unless they feel confident about what they are choosing. And that confidence does not happen instantly. It builds slowly over time through repeated exposure and understanding. For example, someone may see your content once and ignore it, but after seeing it multiple times, understanding your approach, and connecting with your message, they may start trusting you. Another person may visit your website once, leave, and then come back later after seeing your content again. Now think about your own behavior. Do you trust a business the first time you see it, or only after seeing it again and again and understanding how it works? Most of the time, trust builds gradually. That is exactly how your audience behaves. So if your strategy expects instant results or quick conversions, it will not work consistently. Because today, marketing is not about quick wins. It is about building trust step by step over time. And those who understand this start seeing better long-term results. Sometimes the problem is not traffic or trust, but clarity. If people do not understand what you are offering, they will not take action, no matter how good your service is. For example, if someone visits your page and cannot quickly understand what you do, who it is for, and how it helps them, they will leave. Not because they are not interested, but because they are confused. Another example is when a business uses complicated language or unclear messaging, which makes it harder for people to connect and understand the value. Now think about your own behavior. When something feels complicated or unclear, do you spend time trying to figure it out, or do you move on to something easier? Most people move on. That is exactly what your audience does. And because of that, businesses lose potential leads without even realizing it. So if your message is not simple, clear, and easy to understand, people will not stay long enough to take action. Because clarity builds confidence, and confidence leads to decisions and action, and without clarity, even good marketing will fail. Finally, one of the most important parts of modern marketing is guidance. People need to know what to do next, and if your content or website does not guide them clearly, they will leave without taking action. For example, if someone visits your page but does not see a clear next step, they may scroll a little and then leave, even if they were interested. Another situation is when people are interested but confused about how to contact you or what step to take next. Now think about your own experience. When something is easy to follow, you move forward step by step. But when there is no direction, you stop and look for something better. That is exactly how your audience behaves. So instead of assuming people will figure things out on their own, you need to guide them clearly at every step. Because when the path is simple and clear, people take action. And when the path is confusing, they leave without doing anything, even if they were interested. Now you might be thinking how all of this applies to your business. The answer is simple. It applies exactly where your current system is weak. If your problem is that people don't understand your offer, you need more clarity. If people don't trust you, you need better content and consistency. And if people are not taking action, you need better guidance. For example, instead of asking why leads are not coming, ask where the process is breaking. Is it understanding, trust, or action? Now think about your own system. Where do you think the gap is right now? Because once you identify that gap, improving results becomes much easier and more focused. At this point, many businesses feel stuck because they are putting in effort but not seeing the results they expect. They keep trying different platforms, tools, and strategies, hoping something will finally work. But the real problem is often ignored. The issue is not where you are marketing, but how your system is designed. For example, a business may run ads, create content, and bring traffic. But if that system does not build trust, clarity, and guidance, people will leave without taking action. Over time, this creates a bigger gap, where effort keeps increasing but results stay the same or even drop. Now think about your own situation. If you are doing more but not seeing improvement, the problem may not be effort, it may be structure. And this is where many businesses get stuck, because they keep changing platforms instead of fixing the system. That is why the smarter approach is to improve the foundation first, because once the system works, results start becoming more consistent. Now here is the interesting part. This shift in marketing is not just a problem, it is also a big opportunity for businesses that understand it early. Earlier, businesses with bigger budgets had a clear advantage because they could spend more and reach more people quickly. But today, things are changing and money alone is no longer enough. Now, businesses that can build trust, explain clearly, and connect with their audience have a strong advantage, even with a smaller budget. For example, a business that creates helpful content and guides its audience properly can outperform another business that is only spending money on ads without building any connection. Now think about your own behavior. When someone helps you understand something clearly, you remember them. And when you are ready, you go back to them instead of searching again. That is exactly how this new system works. So instead of seeing this shift as a challenge, it is better to see it as an opportunity to grow smarter and build long-term results. So the real question is, what should you start doing now to improve your results? The answer is simple, but it requires a shift in focus. Instead of trying to do more, Start improving what is already happening in your system. Focus on making your message clear, building trust through your content, and guiding people step by step toward a decision. For example, instead of only promoting your service, explain how it works, what problems it solves, and what results people can expect. That helps people understand and builds confidence. Another important point is consistency, because doing this once is not enough. People need to see your message multiple times before they feel ready. Now think about your audience. If they feel confident and guided, they will take action. But if they feel confused or unsure, they will leave without doing anything. And this is where small improvements make a big difference, because better clarity and better trust lead to better and more consistent results over time. Now there is one important mistake you need to avoid. Many businesses understand the problem, but they do not take action. They keep waiting, thinking they will fix things later, but the longer they wait, the harder it becomes to catch up. Because while they are waiting, other businesses are improving their systems and building stronger connections with their audience step by step. For example, one business may start improving today while another delays for months. Over time, the gap between them becomes very difficult to close. Another important point is that this gap is not always visible in the beginning, but after some time, it becomes very clear. Now think about your own situation. When you delay something important, it usually becomes harder later. The same thing happens in marketing as well. That is why taking action early, even with small steps, gives you a strong advantage over time. So when you look at everything together, one thing becomes very clear. Marketing today is not about getting more traffic. It is about turning that traffic into trust and then into action. People take more time, they compare more, and they choose businesses they trust. Now think about your own system. Are you only focusing on bringing people in, or are you helping them move forward step by step? Because the businesses that guide their audience clearly will always perform better than those that only chase traffic. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone who can benefit from it, because it might help them improve their results as well. And if you want more simple and practical insights like this, make sure to subscribe, because we will continue breaking this down in an easy and practical way. Small improvements like these can create a big difference over time. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.